And when I first came, do you want MOYO? Do you want to go for dinner? Yes. Do you want to go for concerts? Yes. Do you want to go for this? Yes. I was always saying yes to everything. But when maths became broke, I had to learn how to say no. And then when they would ask me, oh, do you want to go for dinner? I'll be like, no, I have this assignment to finish, or I have this project to work. I didn't have any project to work on. I was just broke. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Ask Mo. My name is Mo. I'm a lawyer and I'm licensed to practice law in the province of Ontario, Canada. I answer questions relating to getting licensed in Canada, how to get into grad school in Canada, and also general advice about life in Canada. Please note that whatever I say in this video is not legal advice. In the last episode of Ask Mo, someone asked a question about things you need to know before moving to Canada for school and things you need to know before starting grad school in Canada. In the last episode, I already discussed things you need to know before moving to Canada for school. I shared with you guys 7 things, and in this video, I will be discussing things you need to know before starting grad school. Now, guys, they are the academic things you need to know before starting grad school, and they are the non-academic things you need to know before starting grad school. You need to live on campus. This makes things easier for you and stress-free for you. I remember when I started grad school, I used to live very far away. It was like a 30-minute commute, toll, and another 30 minutes fro to grad school. It was so uncomfortable. It wasn't convenient. Thankfully, I got a space on campus and I moved to campus. It makes life very easy for you. It took me 5 minutes to get to class. It took me 5 minutes to get to church. The gym was opposite where I was living. Library was like 3 minutes away. It was very convenient because on campus everything is beside you. You can easily access the library, let's say maybe around 1 a.m. in the night. You can easily go to the gym, let's say around 6 a.m. in the morning. If you have an early morning class, you don't have to start commuting all the way from wherever you are staying. You know, it's just easier for you to live on campus. You want to get your SIN number. SIN stands for Social Insurance Number. And without this number, you can't really do anything in Canada. You need this number before you can get a job. You need this number for so many other things. So please walk into the nearest Service Canada, take your passport, take your study permit, and ask for your SIN number. It's free, you get it. So once you get your SIN number, you're able to, get a job and do so many other important things in Canada. Get yourself a working number. There are so many phone providers in Canada, Virgin, Bell, there's so many. You want to do your research and find out which one works for you and get yourself a working number. Get your G1. This is the first driving test you have to take. Let me tell you how the Ontario driving system works. So you are supposed to get 3 licenses. The first one is your G1, second one is your G2, and the third one is your G. So the G1 is a written test you have to take before you can get your G2. You don't have to go on the road. You just have to go into the nearest drive test location, pay and write your test, and you're going to be tested on road signs, traffic signs. This is for Ontario. I don't know how it works in other provinces. You have 20 questions and you have 2 sections. You have section A and section B. You can only get 4 questions wrong in each section. If you get more than 4 wrong, you have to rewrite the test over. So you want to make sure that you study for the test properly. The handbook is online. You don't need to pay for it. Just go online, download it. Ontario G1 Drive Test. Read it, study for it, go there and pay. The reason why I'm asking you to write your G1 immediately is because after your G1, you have to wait for a year before you write your G2. After your G2, you then have to wait for a year before you write your G. So that means you have to wait for 3 years before you get your full license. But if you have driving experience from your home country, you don't have to wait for 3 years. I didn't have driving experience from my home country, so I had to go through all the process. If you have driving experience, it's a different story entirely. So once you get your G1, since it's a simple written test, you can allow time to pass. You're doing other things, you're in school, you're working, you're doing other things. That way you're working smart. It's not until you are settled and then you need to drive that is when you now start writing your G1, because you have to wait for a year before you can do the G2, and your G2 is a road test. Your G as well is also a road test, so consider doing your G1 test. Get a bank and open a bank account. There are so many banks in Canada, and all of these banks, they offer different services, so you have to know what you want. For example, in my case, I opened an account with Scotiabank, and they give free SIM points for free movies. So I never ever until today, I've never paid for a movie in Canada. I have another bank, and they offer travel points. So for example, if I spend my credit card, I get points. So let's say I want to travel to Nigeria, for example, I don't have to buy my ticket. I can use my points to pay for my ticket. So know what you want, do your research, find out the different services different banks offer, and open a bank account with a bank. You have to decide, do I want to work or do I not want to work? This is another very important point, because working and studying is a very difficult task. I have done it and it wasn't funny and I didn't like it, but I needed money, so I had to work. So working and studying, it's difficult to balance and it's hard to balance. So ask yourself this question: do I want to work and do I want to study? Because as an international student, the number of hours you can work in a week is limited. In my case, I was working part-time and I worked as a legal assistant at a law firm. I remember I was working on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and on Wednesdays I worked from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and I had a class from 3 to 6. It was very difficult. So I would work from 9 to 3. After working, I'm running to catch the bus, to jump bus, and then running to class. And I was always late for class. So you have to decide and pick your struggle. Do I want to work and do I want to decide? But ultimately, remember that the reason why you are there is for school. Do not jeopardize your studies because you're working. Find a way to balance both. Mingle and socialize, guys. I know we are here to study, I know we are here for grad school, I know we are here for undergrad, but please mingle and socialize. There are so many associations to join on campus. There is the African Student Association, Nigerian Student Association, East African Student Association, International Student Association. There are so many, so find one that works for you and join. That way you meet people, you make new friends, you meet people who share the same values with you, you meet people who look like you, people who share the same ideas with you. You mingle, you make friends, you find people who are already in their 3rd year, 4th year, and who can also answer the questions that you already have. So please don't just sit in your room and be studying. Go out, mingle, socialize, make friends, because grad school, grad school is not a joke. Grad school is not a joke. So mingle and socialize, find a way to distress, so you're not always tired and burnt out. Learn how to budget and know when to say no. I learned this the hard way. I remember when I was in school, my classmates, they were always going for one dinner. If it was not dinner, they were always going for events or concerts. And Toronto is a popping place. Things are happening in Toronto, and so there is always something to spend your money on. And when I first came, do you want MOYO? Do you want to go for dinner? Yes. Do you want to go for concerts? Yes. Do you want to go for this? Yes. I was always saying yes to everything. But when maths became broke, I had to learn how to say no. And then when they would ask me, oh, do you want to go for dinner? I'll be like, no, I have this assignment to finish, or I have this project to work. I didn't have any project to work on. I was just broke. And then later, when they would ask me, do you want to go for this? I just said no, I wasn't interested. So learn how to budget, learn how to say no. If not, your money will finish and you'll be a broke man's. Another important thing is attend seminars. Guys, attend seminars. They have so many seminars on campus. I remember there was one I attended about immigration. They brought an immigration lawyer to talk to us about these things. This lawyer told us, when you need to apply for your work permit, how many days you have in between, when you need to apply for your permanent residency, and she gave us the breakdown of everything. And she also gave people who were at that seminar discounts in case you wanted to use her law firm for whatever thing you wanted to do. You got discounts. I also attended another tax seminar, guys. Myself and tax we're not friends. No, we're not friends. But that seminar explained everything I needed to know about tax. From that seminar, I knew that there were free organizations that would file taxes for international students. I knew, when to file my taxes, and I got so many other valuable information. Go online, go to your university's portal, go to your university's website, look for all these things, seminars happening on campus, events taking place on campus. There are plenty, there are a lot of them. So go out, attend seminars, be knowledgeable. Don't just be reading your book. Reading your book is good, that's why you're there, but you also want to take advantage of all this good stuff happening in your university. International students, most of us get into trouble, especially with immigration, because students don't know the timeline. They don't know when to apply for this, they don't know when to apply for that, and they just get so careless. So go to international office, sit down with them. If you have any question, call them. You paid for it, it's part of your fees. Use your school fees very well, because they have so many resources. They also help you understand your health plan. Some people don't know that they've paid for health plan with their fees. It's called UHIP in Ontario. Let's say you fall sick, some people get so careless, they don't go to the hospital, or you need to change your glasses. People don't know about these things, or you need to see the dentist. People just sit down there and say, oh, I don't have insurance. You have insurance. So go to the international office. They have so many resources. They will tell you what to do and how to go about it. And the last thing is, as a student, use your student discounts. Hey, I miss being a student, because those days I got so many student discounts. If I went anywhere and I was about to pay, they're like, are you a student? Quickly, I brought out my student ID. Yes, I'm a student, and I got like student prizes. I know banks, they have like student accounts. You don't need to pay fees, yearly fees, monthly fees, all that. No, take advantage of your student discounts. I know in Toronto, the monthly TTC pass, that's the bus pass, and the subway pass, it's cheaper for students. They have SPC cards for students. So many discounts. So don't just sit down and dull yourself and just pay regular price. You're a student, be proud of it, and pay a student price for everything. That concludes this video, guys. I hope you guys were able to learn a thing or two from this video. In the next video, I'll be sharing with you the academic things you need to know before you start grad school. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode of Ask Mo. Bye.